Hello friends, welcome to the .NET Office YouTube channel. Today we are going to start new tutorial series which is based on Angular interview questions for freshers and as well as the experienced developers. So we are going to start our first part, that is based on the difference between among all the Angular version which has released as of now. So basically first we will see what is Angular JS and what is the Angular 2, like the difference between these two version of the Angular. So basically Angular JS is called as the Angular 1 also. So this Angular JS is released in 2010 and it's called as the Angular 1, but mostly it is known as the Angular JS, and Angular 2 is released in the 2016. So basically this Angular JS is a MVC based architecture, means we design Angular JS as a model view controller and we write all the code in the TypeScript only. Like when we work with the Angular JS, then we see all these things, and this Angular 2 onwards, it's a completely change between the Angular JS and the Angular 2. So like as Angular JS is based on the MVC architecture, likewise Angular 2 is based on the component based architecture. Like what we do here, we create the component and based on the component we move from one page to one component to the another component. So every component contains it HTML page and CSS, and based on that we do our requirement. So it is a component based architecture, means Angular 2 onwards we included component as to make Angular more efficient. And basically this Angular JS doesn't support ES6 and TypeScript, like, and it support the ES6. Basically this Angular JS written in the TypeScript, so it support the TypeScript but it doesn't support ES6. And basically this Angular JS is not designed for the mobile applications, but Angular 2 is designed for the mobile devices as well. And this is Angular JS is written in the JavaScript and Angular 2 is totally written in the TypeScript. So that is the more advantage of this Angular 2, like on the browser it is more efficient, and this Angular 2 is more testable because it is a component based architecture. So that is the basic difference between the Angular JS and Angular 2. So basically, like if you have knowledge on the Angular JS, then you have to get the knowledge on the Angular 2 as well, because Angular JS and Angular 2 plus versions of Angular is totally different. So if you have knowledge Angular JS, that doesn't help to work with the Angular 2 because it is totally different from the Angular JS. So that is the main difference between the Angular JS and the Angular 2. And the next is, like after Angular 2, like Google introduced Angular 4. Why this Angular 3 is not came in market? So there is a reason, that's why they didn't have released this Angular 3. And what is that reason? So basically this Angular developed in a mono repo. What does that mean? Like all the library, all the repository, like there is a one library for all the things. Like what is that? Like Angular core and Angular compiler or router basically are on the same repo, right? Same repository, and these things may have their own versions also. So that was the thing. Now what is the problem like this? Like we take example of the router that is already released in the 3.x version, and that's the because of some active and huge development on the router section, like they have done, like route preload. So now releasing Angular with version 3, like when we are there is some major change on the route, and if we release this Angular 3, then what will happen with it? Route on version 4 will create confusion, like it will already created a version with the route, like in the Angular 3, if we create it with the development like enhancement with the route, it will create a confusion for the Angular 4. So to avoid this confusion, they decided to skip the version 3 and release with version 4.0. So that is every major dependency in the monorepo are on the right track. So that's the reason they didn't release the Angular 3 and directly went to the Angular 4 from the Angular 2. So now the next thing is, what is the difference between the Angular 2 and Angular 4? So basically this Angular 4 released in the 2017, and the major changes was in the core library, and compared to Angular 2 there are lot of performance changes into the Angular 4, and there are some common changes like this Angular 4, it support all the features from TypeScript 2.1 and 2.2, but this Angular 2 doesn't support those all features. And in the Angular 4, like animation, for the animation features they have created a new library called Angular Animation, but here it was on only core library. And the major change in Angular 4 is that, like if we write this star ng if, like if we want to make any check any condition in a if else, then in Angular 2 what we need to do, we have to write to ng if, but in ng4 they have implemented the else block for the ng if. So that is the another major changes which they have done for the Angular 4. So that's the thing. Now the next thing is, like what is the difference between the Angular 4 and the Angular 5? So this Angular 5 released in the 1st November of 2017, and this Angular 5 again is released with a lot of new features. They came and with performance, and whatever the bug exists in the Angular 4 they have fixes in the Angular 5. And what all are the changes? Like they have implemented build optimizer, and what it helped to remove unnecessary code from your application, like it automatically happened because it's a build optimizer, but this thing doesn't exist in the Angular 4. And next is the compiler improvement. Like in the Angular 4 there is a compiler was slower than Angular 5, and in Angular 5 it improved the support of incremental compilation of an application. And the next difference is, like they implemented this preserve white space, and what does that mean? Like it introduced in Angular 5 to remove unnecessary new line, like there is nothing there is a new line which we have given but we not using it. So what it do, it remove that unnecessary new line tabs and white spaces. That thing we have seen, like how we use preserve white space in the Angular tutorial series. When we were working with the Angular tutorial series, we have seen like how we use this preserve white spaces. So you can go to the Angular tutorial series and see how we use this preserve white spaces. And the next is, like for few new router lifecycle event being added into the Angular 5. So that is the another changes. And in Angular 5 few new cycles event being added for to the router. And what all are the new router is added, like activation start, activation end, child activation start, and all these things we have seen under this Angular tutorial series. So I recommend you, please go to the Angular tutorial series and see what all are the things they have implemented and how we use all these. And what is the next difference is, like in Angular 4 when we are going to use any Angular HTTP library, like here we were taking only HTTP client and that is importing from HTTP library, but that was enhanced to this Angular 5 and they implemented to the HTTP client module, and this was coming from common then HTTP library package. So that was introduced under this Angular 5, and basically this Angular 5 support TypeScript 2.3 version, but Angular 4 doesn't support this. So these all are the major and new features came for the Angular 5 which support in the performance and many other scenario while working with the Angular 5. Then the next topic comes, what is the difference between the Angular 5 and Angular 6. So this Angular 6 is released in April 2018 and there is basically not much major changes. So what changes they have done in the Angular 6, like dependency on the Rx JS and JS6. They have made the dependency, and what is the user that, like when we use the observable and the subscriber, like when we communicate with the server, so sending the request and getting the response, it help us a lot. And what is this registering provider? Like as I explained in Angular 8 tutorial series, if we are going to create any new service, then we have to register that service under this provider in app.component.model that we have seen there. And next is the CLI changes. Like two new command have been introduced for this. Like what is that? Ng update and the package. Like if we want to update any package uh, in the Angular, then we can update using this command. So that was introduced in the Angular 6. And another next command what they have added, they have added ng add, and like if you, which library you want to add, so they have introduced in this. Like when we were learning about the Angular material, we added that library using this command, so that we have seen. And there are some other differences. Like here we use template tag for keeping if else block like in Angular 5, but this Angular 6 remove support of template tag and replace with the ng template. Like when we were working with the Angular 8 tutorial, what we have seen there, we were using ng template for if and else block, like how we use the ng template. And this Angular 5 use .angular.cli.json, and Angular 6 is use angular.json instead of this Angular CLI JSON. And in Angular 5 it supports single project basically, and in Angular 6 it supports multiple project which can be added in the angular.json.file. When we create an Angular application above the Angular 5, there is a one file create that is angular.json, and when we go to this angular.json, we can see the project there. We can add the multiple project to this. And the next is the Angular 7. So Angular 7 basically released in the October 2018, and there are some major release and expanding to the entire platform, including like they have changed in the core framework. They have some modification for the Angular material and the CLI. So they are some they have done major change for these things. Like Angular 7 added URL segment and to cannot load interface and do bootstrap interface. So they have added all these interface basically, and it added a compatibility compiler NGCC. So in Angular 7 some interface added and the compatibility compiler added, and it introduced the new pipe, and that is called key value pipe. And Angular 7 now it is support the 2.9 version of this TypeScript, but we have seen like in Angular 5 was supporting 2.3, so Angular 7 it support the TypeScript 2.9. And it added the new router feature. Like what is that router feature? Like it warn if navigation triggered outside the Angular zone. So that is added to this, and added a new mapping for ng factory and ng summary file to their module name in AOT summary resolver. So they are the some changes and some modification and enhancement done for the Angular 7. And the last is come as a Angular 8. So Angular 8 basically it released in the March 2019, and this is very being smaller and faster and easier to use, and it will be making Angular developer life easier. Like we have created a Angular 8 tutorial series, and while working with the Angular 8 we have seen like it's very easy to work with the Angular 8, because the Google make this Angular 8 very easy and comfortable and the user interactive for the Angular developer. And this basically in the Angular 8 it support for the TypeScript 3.2, and added a navigation type available during navigation in the router. Like when we move from one router, like in the router we give the path name and the component name, and based on that we can move between the components. So and added path param or query param change mode for run guard and resolver in the router. Like when we were working on with the routing in Angular, we have seen all these like path param and query param changes. All these things we have seen, and it allow passing state to the router link directive in the router. Like when we give any router link, and we have to give the what is the router link name which we have defined in the routing module. So based on that we can move to the component, and it allow passing state to the navigation extra in the router. And what is next, that is restore the whole object when navigating back to the page managed by the Angular router. So what happened, like we have seen in the tutorial, when we click on the back, like when we use like a router.navigation and we give and the component name, it track back to the respective component. So that is also implemented under this Angular 8, and it support the SAS. So these all are the some feature which we added in the Angular 8, and these all are the difference between among all this Angular. So related to any Angular part, if you have any doubt or question, please comment. Thank you.